What's up, Trojans? I just got one question after watching that game. Where's the offensive line? Where was the Giants today? What even happened? What did I just witness? I actually went into this season thinking the team would be good. I was thinking a competitive team all year out. You know, we'd have a fun year, at least 2018 status. But no, forget that. Just walk in. I don't even know what I just watched. I guess there were 22 guys on the field at all times, and I guess what you could call football was played. One team was almost playing football. They ended up winning. Just a weird game to watch. I have no idea what happened there. I guess it was watchable because it was close as a Giants fan. But other than that, I don't know what we were doing out there. It's ridiculous. What a horrible performance, week one for the New York Football Giants in a season where I thought things were going to improve. You know, I thought Daniel Jones was the problem. Russ was going to come in and just be a steady quarterback for the Giants. And to be very fair to Russ, my main complaint today is where's the offensive line? Russ is pressured on what they kept saying, like 50% of his passes. Yeah, there's no doing anything with that. Not to mention we couldn't get a run game going to save our lives. Now, 90% of that is on the play calling. I mean, just the most obvious runs that you could see coming from a mile away. The only decent runs were some of the ones to the outside. That had something to them. A couple up the middle, I guess, went for 3 yards instead of 1. Whoop-de-doo. But so many of them were these, like, shotgun, get the ball, stand there, hand the ball off. Oh, it's negative 1 yards. Wow, crazy. So no run game. And then it's like, okay, well, now we're down, so we're just going to pass. And he's getting pressured 50% of the time. Just absolutely ridiculous. But Russ missed some throws, too. And some of these Giants wide receivers couldn't catch anything. The tight end, Johnson. My gosh. I was shocked when he made the one catch. And it's like, oh, of course, there's a penalty. Yeah, so it comes back. Of course, every time. Just absolutely horrible performance by the Giants. In a way, I guess, credit to the Commanders, but not really. They didn't look good either. The running back looked fine. Deebo Samuel looked fine. Jaden Daniels is clearly a good quarterback, but they made so many mistakes today. The Giants really could have and really should have taken this one. Not from, like any sort of they got insanely cheated or anything. Just, if they didn't suck, they could have won. But, hey, I guess you could say that about every game. It's just ridiculous to see sometimes. Felt like the game was 3-14 the entire time, just sitting around waiting for something to happen. Oh, and then we made it 6-14. Oh, and then just 6-21. All right, game over. I don't know. Wan'Dale Robinson is a solid wide receiver too. Happy to see his performance today at least. Malik Neighbors is my spirit animal. His attitude the entire game is exactly how I was feeling the entire game as well. One guy, especially as a wide receiver, can only do so much. You get open, you run your routes, you jump up to catch these balls, and what? You can be open and your quarterback sacked. You can be triple covered and no one else can get open. Just absolutely ridiculous. It very disheartening to be a very good wide receiver the way Malik Neighbors is and be surrounded by that Giants offense. No run game, no real passing game today. Giants just could not get out of their own way sometimes. How can we not score a touchdown? We had 2 drives that went to the 5-yard line, it felt like, and no touchdown. No touchdown. We got 1 field goal there. Wow. We had 1st and goal from the 1 and no touchdown. Explain that to me. Yet when we're on our own 30, we can get a QB sneak that goes for 3 yards. Why couldn't we have done that? Where was that when we were at the 1-yard line? Where was it? Why? It's absolutely baffling to me. Some of the calls that get made. And the defense, my gosh. I mean, they weren't bad. They only gave up 21 points. So, yes, the game should be blamed on the offense. But why can't we tackle a guy? Why do we just give up all these 10-yard plays? How come whenever someone makes a good play, like Brian Burns, it felt like he had back-to-back 2 sacks. And what was the result on those drives? Or immediately after at the very least? A first down. It's 2nd and 20. Oh, boy. Oh, now it's 3rd and 1. Like, wait, what happened there? Oh, don't worry about it. We played, like, deep zone. We played prevent defense on 2nd and 20 on their own 30. Yeah, we thought they might lob it up 1,000 yards. Yeah, because that was good defense. Just unbelievable. I want to put the entire game on the offense, but my gosh, defense, get out of your own way. You could have been elite. You could have held them to, like, 7 points, had, like, 5 sacks. Just play real football. Get it together. Then you have the offense. The offense. I really do want to keep focusing on the offense because this is just ridiculous. Why can't we block? Why can't we have an offensive line? Other NFL teams have an offensive line. The only reason we got any pressure on Jaden Daniels is because theoretically we have 4 elite pass rushers. Now, I want to know why we did this weird thing where Kayvon's out there half the time and Carter's out there half the time. Why can't both be out there? Both are edge rushers. Yes, Brian Burns is the other edge rusher. He's out there the entire time. Yes, Dexter Lawrence was really good defensive tackle. He's out there the entire time. But why can't we run 2 guys on the other side and just, like, blitz more often? Why can't one of them learn how to cover and be a coverage guy? They were lining up Carter in the middle, and he was not bad. We could do that. I wouldn't line him up at, like, defensive tackle, but he was threatening coming up the middle. He caused a false start running in, and the guy freaked out. Wow. I don't know why we just don't have him out there more, because he was a good player, Carter, today on the defensive line. He was pretty good. He had that half sack. He kind of blocked a punt. You know, he, like, touched the guy, so you get a free hit on the punter. That was funny. But he was pretty good. He wasn't out there that much. And on the defense, it's just baffling to me that it's like we have those guys, so maybe you're like, oh, so we don't need to blitz that much. But then randomly, Jaden Daniels has, like, 20 years to throw, and you can't give Jaden Daniels a long time to do something because he's not going to just make stupid throws. He'll sit there and wait, and someone's going to get open. Or this Jaden Daniels, he'll just run. He ran all day. I figured he would because the Giants have a horrible run defense against that sort of thing. But wow, was it bad today. It was so bad, the run defense in general. Debo and Merritt just running all over the place. Just all over the place. Giants couldn't stop anything, especially in the run game. They're doing it to themselves on defense. Yes, I get that the offense isn't putting up 30 points like some teams can. You know, Aaron Rodgers having a great performance with the Steelers. Daniel Jones doing pretty good with the Colts. Good for him. Nothing against Daniel Jones. You know, it really was just a bad matchup. Daniel Jones and the Giants, apparently. So, you know, if he can be good with another team, he might as well be. I don't understand why the Giants' offense can't get going, though, and why the Giants' defense can't get out of its own way. Like, how come the Giants' defense can be so good, cause all these 2nd and 20s, these 3rd and longs, and then just give them up? It wasn't even worth, like, thinking, like, oh, boy, 3rd and 4. Oh, this should be competitive. No, Washington has it. Just skip to the next play. They already got it. Unbelievable. And I still just don't understand. The Giants weren't bad on their, like, 4th down plays, like the have it's being able to do a QB sneak. But I said it before, I just don't understand. You have 1st and goal from the 1, and yes, I get the desire to, like, give it to Scadaboo, but your run game has been horrible all game. Just don't do a play that risks you losing 5 yards. And what happened? 5 guys are on him the second he touches the ball. It's not his fault. Scadaboo's amazing. If we could just get that guy out in space, he's a really good running back. He was barreling into linebackers and staying on his feet. He's good. Tyrone Tracy's good. It's just this offensive line can't run block to save their lives. I don't understand it. How does every other NFL team have an offensive line that kind of works every now and then, yet our guys just collapse? And what's weird is they don't collapse without Andrew Thomas. So somehow A guy being at left tackle influences the center, the right guard, the left guard, and oftentimes also the right tackle somehow. Like, I don't remember like a ton of plays where it's like, oh, yes, they exploited our weakness only at left tackle. He came around the outside, blew the guy up, and that's what caused that hard sack on Russ. No, it was the entire offensive line all day, the entire time. Also, what's the difference between like preseason and the regular season? We see all these like simple, easy plays get made in the regular season where it's like Wandale's open, 5 yards out, wide open, catches the ball, turns, anything can happen. Normally, it's Wandale Robinson. He's not running back or anything crazy. So he like turns, he gets like an extra couple yards. But we're talking the difference between like a 2nd and 2 versus running up the middle for no reason and 2nd and 10. And that's the thing Washington was able to do all day. 2nd and 2, 2nd and 4, it's already first down actually. 3rd and 1s, and then even, when they had those 2nd and 20s, like I said, Giants just give it up anyway. Absolutely ridiculous. Just embarrassing performance by the Giants week 1. Another week 1 for the Giants coming out unprepared, not looking ready to play NFL football, especially after having what was widely considered to be a pretty good preseason. I was happy with the preseason performance for the Giants. It was interesting to see Jackson Dart get out there, make some amazing passes. The little bit of time we got to see Russ out there, I thought he was pretty competent. And even today, Russ wasn't great. He totally missed some throws he should have made. He wasn't helped by wide receivers, and that offensive line, man, it just needs to get addressed. But I don't understand how you can take some innate factors from preseason. I understand you're not using the full playbook. I understand it's not like everyone's trying their absolute best. But you can't take some of those same concepts from preseason and apply them to an actual game. No, they're like, no, we throw all that out the window. And it's like, but you did simple things well. I thought the Giants just would have been better week 1. But they actually were better week 1. That's the sad part. So let's get into the unfortunate positives. Silver lining. You go back to 2023. We start week 1, 0-40. Ouch. Last year, 20-3. This year, so much better. Twice the points, 6 points instead of only 3, or 0. Infinitely better than 0 still. And we only gave up 21 points versus 28 or 40, right? So really, we're like 4 times better as a team. But I don't know, I guess 4 times 0 is still fucking 0. So here we are, as Giants fans, getting ready to have another year where there's just no chance at doing anything. We're not making the playoffs this year. The last 2 times the Giants made the playoffs, we actually had to win the first game of the year. It was kind of a big part in building up momentum and everything. So, maybe we get 6 wins still. Maybe we hit the over, whoop-de-doo. But that's about it. That's about it for my fantasy team, too. I got neighbors. And if we're not having touchdowns, then that's going to hurt. I got a guy that's going to get me 9 points every week. Wow, amazing. Just absolutely horrible performance for the Giants. And gotta get this together. I think week 2, Giants might be able to put it together. I should look ahead and see who we're playing. It's probably a very hard team. I'd be shocked as if I'm saying this is not like the number 1 defense in the NFL or something. Probably the Chiefs. No, I think the Chiefs the week after. But I know the Giants have a very hard schedule coming out. We're going to have to find a win early to even have a hope of anything of a season. For as bad as this performance was week 1, technically it is only week 1, and a lot of time out there. If this team was 5-1, became 5-2 because of this loss, you would have been like, oh, it's like an off week. It just really sucks. That's week 1. It's a team that's been horrible the last 2 years. We have this new quarterback. We have a new setup in a lot of ways. I guess on offense, it really is just the new quarterback. But on defense, we really revamp things, and it feels like we don't have that much to show for it. It was Washington shooting themselves in the foot half the time that prevented it from being a complete blowout. But even if it was a blowout, then what? Maybe we score a touchdown with some of the extra time on offense. Maybe it's 38-14. I don't think that's necessarily better. So hopefully the Giants can turn it around. I don't think Russ was a bad quarterback, so if he can find a way to get more done next week, maybe if the offensive line give him a little bit more time, maybe if they have to use 6 guys to do the work of what should be 5 for every other NFL team, and that doesn't make it so our wide receivers can literally never get open, maybe that's what we have to do. But Giants got to do something, and they got to do it fast. Coaching was not great this game either. I mean, you're talking... What halftime adjustments were made? Like, seriously, what? We go into the half 3-14, and we come back, and what was the difference in the game? It was 6-14 at one point for a little bit? Wow. So different. I feel like nothing changed on the offense. I mean, they definitely threw it to Malik Neighbors a little bit more, but that was really it. And Malik Neighbors is a really good wide receiver. You know, it was just crazy to see that they just couldn't get it to him a little bit more. They were trying a lot. I mean, he had like 10 targets or something crazy, but some of those are obviously BS, and then some of those are like, you lobbed up a 50-50 ball, so I catch 50% of them. That's the mark. It's just... I don't know. I don't understand how all these other NFL teams, they put together a drive, and the drive gets them to, like, the 50 or the 40. The Giants put together nothing, or they get to, like, the 5-yard line and have to kick a field goal. But, like, Washington, they're able to, if they put together a drive, it goes to the end zone. If they don't put together a drive, it stops at the 50, and they pin us back in the 15-yard line, the 10-yard line, or sometimes it goes out the back of the end zone. If we do that, if we get like 1 first down on a drive, we just send it back to the end zone. Never start someone at the 10. Never start someone at the 5. No. We don't do that here in the Giants, right? We're nice. So if we punt, just out the back of the end zone every time. Don't worry about it. We're not going to pin you deep. Just... all cylinders, couldn't get it together today. Even though it feels like some things were kind of working. I don't think the defensive line was completely horrible. I don't think the secondary was completely horrible. I think guys just need to get used a little bit better. I think that's more on coaching than anything else, taking better tackling angles. But that's always been the case with the Giants. I haven't been able to tackle for what feels like the last, at least 3 years, but feels like forever. 2022, I think we still even had our issues, so you can go back very far on that. Really, since 2016, the Giants just haven't been able to tackle. 2016, the Giants had a really good defense. It was crazy. It was awesome to think of a Giants defense where a ball gets lobbed up in the air, and you're like, that guy's not catching it. And it's going to be because we bat it out of the air, not because the guy drops it, because Washington has issues too. Washington got the better of the Giants there, and Giants just came out so unprepared. It was a horrible performance. Hopefully they can turn it around. I'm not sure on that, though. It's not looking good. I'm not seeing this magical turnaround into playoffs. I actually thought that would have been likely. If the Giants came out with a better Week 1 performance, I was like, yeah, we could easily take this. What, if we can beat this team? We can beat any of the teams. Chiefs don't look amazing. They'll beat them. But nope. No, not if we're playing like that. And if you can't make a halftime adjustment, how are you going to make a week-to-week adjustment? So I'm not seeing this get much better. 6 wins. Hopefully hit the over. Now that feels optimistic. All right. See you guys in the next one. Didn't upload for a bit. Just nothing really to talk about. Didn't feel like going over preseason games. So, but no, that Week 1 game obviously got me pretty fired up. So, wanted to address some things. See you guys in the next one.